and welcome to Toffee Bluecast. We are here with the match reaction to Sheffield United 2, Everton 2. Now, if you're seeing this on Twitter, get over to YouTube. Just click the link. Go on my Toffee Bluecast Twitter page. Click the link. Come over to YouTube, and we can read your comments out, and you can interact with us more because we want to get more Toffees on the Toffee Bluecast channel. And if you can like and subscribe, it does help. Like, as soon as you come on the link now, if you can like the link, it just puts it about more, and we can get more Evertonians on the channel, because that is the purpose of bringing Evertonians together, and that's what we do the channel for. So if you can like it straight away, if you're new, subscribe. And we're going to do a match reaction now, but we want to hear your comments on the match reaction. We're going to do it slightly different, and we want to know what you think after this game, because that's what it's about, Evertonians coming together. How are we doing, Paul? You all right?
Not too bad. Yeah, I didn't feel too bad after the game yesterday. I know lots of people were really angry or disappointed about us not getting the result, but I thought it was a good game, and there was some highlights for us, some bloody unlucky moments, but we were all cheering Pickford's name at the end. So, yeah, it could have been worse, but I felt all right about it.
Well, I just put the, I did a little picture of, I love that Onana did the Danjuma's celebration, the Cobra celebration. I've just seen a comment there. Prince Rupert said, Onana looks hilarious. And he's got long arms, hasn't he, for the Cobra? He can't do it as good as Danjuma. And yeah, it's a cracking picture. I put a Cobra on it. West Egg's there with the Cobra. I think Danjuma's a player that's winning our fans over. For saying a lot didn't want him at the start, it hasn't taken him long to win our fans over, has it?
No, not at all. Right attitude. Good interview as well after Doncaster, when he had that with Beto. So came across very well, and puts a shift in. Just got that extra touch of class on the ball that we've seen and we've needed. If you can just get one or two little bits better on some of his chances on his finishing, then it'd be 100%.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. That interview said it all. I think he's in it for the team. You could see when Beto had the interview, and Beto can speak not bad English, but you could see when he struggled with the questions, Danjuma was looking to help him out. And I like to see that. I think that's what we need the players to do, is pull together and work together to play well. And Danjuma in that interview, he's looking at Beto and he's like, I'm here if you need me. And I think that's the sort of attitude that you want on the pitch as well. I think he works hard as well, Danjuma does. I think he's a bit of a workhorse, and he's willing to get stuck in. He didn't get his chance at Spurs, but he's getting his chance now. I'm not saying we'll go through this game. I ain't going to put stuff on the screen. We're just going to interact with you in the comments. So get involved in the comments. We're just going to kind of talk about the game and get everything off our chest. Danjuma, I'm not saying he didn't have a really good game. He scored an important goal. He didn't have a really good game, but he sticks at it, don't he, Paul? He does stick at it, and he keeps working, doesn't he? If things ain't going for you, you just got to keep at it. And both times he scored a goal in the Cup and now in the Premier League, he wasn't hitting it at the start, was he? And then all of a sudden he comes into life the second half and doesn't get downbeat by it.
No, you can. There's some players, when they get on the ball, you think something could happen. And Danjuma is one of them. Beto's another one. You know, we've had it for too long where most of the time, someone who gets on the ball, you're thinking, well, this is going to get passed backwards, or this is going out for a goal kick, or, you know, very pessimistic kind of view, which most Evertonians, like we all do, we all have that really. But when Danjuma gets on the ball and he's got someone like Beto around him, you start feeling things could happen.
Yeah, they're saying the same in the comments. So West Egg said he seems to have a good attitude. Jamie's just said, must say Beto was brilliant at his hold-up play. That's another subject as well that we're going to hit a little bit. I raved about him, and you heard me on the transfer deadline day. Beto is our king. Beto is our king, I tell you. I can't believe how good he is. I said he'll back it up. Some people, the typical Everton saying, don't get too excited too early. I know a good striker when I see one. And there was some moments in this game where I'm thinking, what are you sliding in for to block the keeper? You're going to get injured. We need you. But he closes everything down. He goes all game. I mean, he just come from the cup game midweek, and you think to yourself, will we even get 60 minutes out of him? He played the whole game, and he was still working to the very end. Beto was. I know he didn't score this game, but generally, sometimes you don't even have to score, do you? He just created so much of that, and I feel like if we didn't have Beto this game, we wouldn't have been as threatening. It got Sheffield. Well, one player come off injured, didn't he, Paul? They had a player come off injured that was marking Beto. And it's not the first time it's happened now. It seems everyone that's come up against Beto has come off injured. It's twice now. Doncaster centre-back got clattered and come off. And now a Sheffield United centre-back come off as well. And he was a big lad. Can't see anybody handling Beto. I can't. It takes 2-3 players and they still can't get the ball off him. He's so confident and he's not even started yet. He is a very exciting player. So thanks, Jamie, for getting me onto Beto there. There you go. Another comment as well. Paul Caswell, drop your comments on the screen. We're just having a little conversation on the players and then we'll quickly go through the game. I just want to know what Everton fans think. So get involved. Come over from Twitter to here.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think of the players and let's just get you involved because this is just an Everton fan channel where we all get together. Go on, Paul. Read that one out.
Jamie, yeah, and people agree, really. With McBurney, the lad who's putting himself about against Tarkowski and that, sometimes it's not always what you do with the actual goal you score. It's what you do off the ball, or it's basically attracting the attention of those defenders. So if you're attracting 2 centre-backs, if it has to take 2 people to mark you, then that means that there's someone else unmarked somewhere. And so we can actually take advantage then, and that's why we created a little bit of space, because actually it was for the first goal, and we'll talk about it in a bit. Beto was actually involved in that initial setup.
Well, yeah, we said that Dan Juma seems to notice that he's going to get a lot of joy off Beto, and it was the same this game. You could see he's getting the knockdowns. Dan Juma wants to get close to him. There's a lot to learn. I mean, we've only had Beto for 1.5 games. So it's going to take a while to realise what you can get out of a player. And I think the moment they realise what Beto does, we'll see better crosses coming in the box. We'll see better balls into him. And then we'll see players like Decore and Dan Juma getting close to Beto. So I am excited about him. We'll just talk about the first goal now. I mean, the goal was scored at... got me times
14 minutes.
14 minutes, yeah. Goal, Abdul Decore was in the right place at the right time. This is what they put on flash, was in the right place at the right time to get a rebound inside the box and gleefully knocks it into the goal. It's a good finish by Decore. I mean, we keep saying, we questioned him a little bit, didn't we? Because Decore had chances Fulham and didn't score, and he had a few more chances the other 2 games, but generally, we said we need him to find that form that he did at the end of the season. I think this is a good goal by Decore. What did you think on this goal? In the comments, what did you think as well?
I think he's always told us, to get into the area, inside the 6-yard box, be close to the goalkeeper. Because there was a few of those last season as well. I think away against Chelsea. I remember him getting a touch which was only about 2 or 3 yards away from the keeper. And we, from our corner or from our free kick that came in, it was what we normally do, where it goes to the far post. And it's normally Tarkowski that heads it back, and then someone is in. But this time it was Onana, so it's a good job actually that we're starting to spread that about a bit, because I know Beto won a header at the far post in the second half as well. So as it comes back down, Decore's in that little circle just in front of the keeper where he likes to be. Shame he couldn't finish it first time, to be fair, but he was there to scramble it home.
Well, the other header that a lot of people grilled him for last game, they were saying he was clumsy and it kind of was a header / a chest, wasn't it? And he didn't get enough on it. Where this time, I think he was hungry to get it and put it right. And it was a massive goal. They by the way, I want to point this out. Before Decore scored, they was probably the better team. They come out better than us, I felt. I don't know what you think on this in the comments, but I feel Sheffield United come out being in business. They seem to be able to pass the ball better. And the way the game started, it wasn't all Everton. It was just generally two teams that couldn't string passes together. And it was just who's going to take the chances first. They had a few, we had a few, but luckily Decore took us to get us 1-0 up. And did you put this in the comments now as well? Tell me what you think. Did you see, Paul, I asked you mainly because you're there, but did you see that when we scored, we sat back big time? You could see the difference. We didn't press. As soon as we scored, it felt like we was trying to defend it, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? It generally felt like it was going to try and defend it.
Yeah, I mean, it was what we often do, is that I'd say both teams were on fairly front foot first half. I mean, stat-wise, we had 9 attempts in that first half and they had 6. And if you pick out the key moments, there wasn't many other key moments apart from the goal. Apart from when we had a good chance or a couple of good chances to get 2-0 up, because there was an unreal. I mean, obviously we sat back and then we tried to hit them on the break, and they had obviously a couple of chances before Danjuma went through, and then we were 4 on 2 at one point, weren't we? When 4 on 2 going for the shot and it got blocked. So it was frustrating, to be honest, that we didn't go 2-0 up before we could. Felt
like a dog attacking my house, and I was thought my window was open.
Up before actually they came back and equalised.
Sorry, I could hear a dog massively outside my house, and I thought it was attacking. No, we're all good. We are all good. But yeah. I've just seen a comment there. I think it might not be a new person. I missed that because there's literally, I thought my window was wide open. So I just ran to it. I heard a dog bark. I thought, it's a window open. Is that dog going to get in?
The general
trying to get the comments involved. Keep commenting.
The general gist was, I was saying that we sat back and hit them on the break and we could have made it 2-0 before they actually equalised.
Yeah, I feel like that as well. I don't want to sit back though. I honestly feel like it's a boxing match, and I think when you see the stars, you've got to pounce on a team. I don't like to sit back and let a team regain the confidence, because if you score and you sit back and you let them have the ball, they've gone from being rattled to regaining the confidence, and they're going to pass the ball. They're going to get back on you. You're inviting them into your box. It's just not a good tactic, and it's something I've seen Everton do for a long time. I hate it. I do. I honestly, I want us to be a team that kills games off. I see a comment like that on Twitter. When we score a goal and we go 1-0 up, don't sit back, because basically you've got that goal cushion to take the risk to get the second goal now. You sit back, you can get a draw and you think, oh, I didn't take the risk on actually killing the game off. When you're 1-0 up, you can literally just go for it. And the worst thing that could happen is you're drawing by going for it. But you do likely score, because, like I say, when Sheffield was rattled when we scored, we should have just penned them back and gone again. And you could end up beating them 2, 3, 4. And I just generally felt like a little sit back. There was a really good chance. I don't know whether you remember this in the comments. I can't slate him because I love Danjuma, but there was a moment where Danjuma could have knocked it off to Better when he shot. Did you see it?
That was as I mentioned, that we were 4 on 2. And actually, he could have just played it to the right, and Beto could have shot free shot on goal, but he went for it and it got blocked.
It's just those very
moments in it.
Yeah, you've got it. This is what I say. You kind of think, oh, I'm 1-0 up. We're going to win anyway. We're relaxed. But every moment, you've got to literally think to yourself, like, you've got to say 0-0. When you score 0-0 in your head, that's what any footballer does. You score a goal, you go up, you say 0-0, start again, 0-0. Don't get cocky on 1-0. And I feel like that's what we did a little bit. We felt like we was going to win the game before we won it. I did tweet that. And like, if you needed to come back and you was losing, I felt like Danjuma would have passed that to Beto. But because we was 1-0 up, I felt like he wanted the goal himself and he had the relax on it. But I generally feel like he should have passed it. We need to be a team. But I'm sure Danjuma will learn from this. Beto did point it out. And I do love him. But they've all got things to learn on. I always say this, like Paul, that we're going through the motions. I watch it. Honestly, I watch it and I can see Sean Dyche going through the motions as a manager. And I can see the players going through the motions, because I said to you, I wanted Garner Gay to start exactly how he did Doncaster, and he didn't. But he slowly got better throughout the game and got on the ball, and then we started moving it. Same with Onana. Onana got quite. I was really happy with Onana this game, and I know people will say, "Oh, you're a big Onana fan, you would be," but I haven't put nothing out to prove points. But I generally feel like Onana was a player that was getting on the ball this game and felt like he could drive us forward and get us into positions that could get us a goal. He looked comfortable. He's not doing it regular, but it was nice to see him do it again. I want to see him do it week in, week out. And Jamie pointed out as well, Paul, that Onana, he was going to score a header, but some of those knockbacks that he did on headers, he looked a lot stronger in the box this game. He doesn't normally use his height, and he doesn't normally look good in the air, but he looked a lot more threatening this game in the air, and that was good to see, because I think if Onana can be threatening with Beto, and probably we've got Corey in there, it's going to be a lot more threatening, isn't it? With his height, he's got to be threatening in the air, and I don't think he has been, but this game he was, so that was a big positive for me.
Yeah, it can't be any, it's bloody obvious how tall our main 11 are. And what we've had previously is Tarkowski being the only person who can win a header at the back post, whereas
by the way,
in the games Sheffield United,
if Paul is having a few freezes, he's waiting for his Wi-Fi box. It's coming up, and he's going to be like super strong Wi-Fi next. So if he has having any freezes, that's the reason. Virgin Media meant to have sent it out 3 days ago. We are getting onto it, and once it's sorted, it'll never happen again. But generally, it was going well, but it's freezing on him a few times. So we're just letting you know that. Yeah, so let's move on to the next goal, Paul. There's quite a few on here. I like it. Keep popping your comments. I can hear you. It's just the freeze. Sometimes it freezes you, but I'm just letting people know, that's all. If they don't, there's plenty on. It's really good. Let us know what you think. Right. We're on 33 minutes. Goal. Cameron Archer. Like I say, I'm reading it off flash because they always milk it. Cameron Archer, Sheffield United, is teed up on the edge of the box by Oliver McBurney, who Jamie said was a nuisance. Like you say, you don't have to score. He teed him up. And it's a good shot, isn't it? It is a good shot. Of course he would score. We all knew he would score because it's like his debut and stuff like that. But we do it to all these players. If it's a new game to them, Everton let them score. And yeah, he scored. It was a good goal. I'd like to see our centre midfielders pick him up. Do you know these little knockbacks on the edge of the box? I feel your centre midfielder's got to grab and pull. I always think to myself, like, not back on the edge of the box, that moves away from your defence onto your midfield. And I do feel with three centre midfielders, your centre midfielders have got to pick up those players that are having the shot on the edge of the box. They've got to be blocking them. So to me, I'm asking questions on the centre midfielders. I've not put pictures on the screen, but I think if we did, we'd be asking questions on centre midfielders, wouldn't we, Paul?
Yeah, because I remember I was watching it with my dad and sort of said at the time, really, we'd lost possession middle of the pitch. We were slow to react, and we always seem to be slow to react, especially it's highlighted when we get punished by it on the edge of the area. And if you look at the likes of Patterson and Tarkowski, Brandthwaite, even Young on the side where the cross came in, they're not in bad positions. James Garner's actually in front of Patterson, so you could maybe say he could tuck in and try and fill a gap or anything, but we seem to be very slow to react when the ball reaches the edge of our area. And McBurney did a good job. He literally just laid it off. Archie didn't have any time to think about it, so he just instinctively just put it in that corner without too much thought. And
I felt like we
didn't really have a chance.
I did feel like we had control of the game at this point. I felt we was 1-0 up, but they had one good passage, bang, bang, goal. And nobody expected it. Even the commentators didn't expect it. We was on top. They didn't look like scoring. They were struggling. They wasn't coming up with anything. The commentators were saying Sheffield have got to play better. They don't look like they're scoring. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, bang. It's what happens with Everton. Bang, bang, goal, back in the game. Confidence is up from nowhere. They didn't expect it. and they're back in the game, and we've got another job on our hands there, haven't we? And I'm just thinking to myself, Everton, why have you let them in so easily? That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's too easy, that. We shouldn't be letting them shoot from the edge of the box like that. And I'm gutted there because we're 1-1, and I feel we've got to climb the mountain again, because when you get the lead, Paul, it's not easy. So when you get the lead, you want to keep it and work them to get the goal. You don't want to let them get the goal so easy. And for me, that was too easy. Are you thinking that as well on that one?
Yeah, because I mean, statistically as well, you if you score first, you're obviously more likely to win the game. It's not easy to give away a 1-goal lead and then suddenly be 2-1 down going in at half time. Do you know what I mean?
Well, let's just put that in now. Like,
we should be strong enough. We should be strong enough to be able to at least hold that level until half time after that daft mistake to make it 1-1.
Well, I'll chuck that in now. Like, that goal was Cameron Archer, 33 minutes, and then we go and concede again, 45 plus 3 minutes. And the goal, I've seen a few people thinking that Jordan Pickford was going to get stick for this. We just defended so bad. The ball's hit the post. It's come back.
Yeah.
We always lose our shit when we score. Yeah, it's true. That's what I was just saying as well. It's such a true comment.
Yeah.
It feels like it's an Everton thing. If you was going to say to me, like, what do you always get from Everton? What's an Everton like trait? We can't kill games off, can we? The Brighton one was a shock last season, but we I don't know. I don't feel that. What do you think in the comments as well? Keep putting your comments. I don't feel, Paul, that Sean Dyche told them to sit back. I felt the players chose to do that, because when you listen to the interview, Jordan Pickford says, I don't know why, but the players were sitting back and they shouldn't have. So if Jordan Pickford said in the interview, we sat back when we went 1-0 up, that clearly wasn't the tactic. He's saying we shouldn't have done that. So the instructions from Sean Dyche must have been to not sit back. It's just something they've all naturally done after getting a goal. So I don't think that was a tactic from Sean Dyche. Do you?
No. I mean, look, Sheffield United weren't rubbish. You know what I mean? Or if they were as rubbish as we were. But they had one or two players who had decent performances. I think Ashley Young was a little bit worried about Baldock, who was on the right-hand side. He was
quite good, yeah.
Jinky winger and got past
and Hammer as well.
At the time. Yeah, exactly. So we were probably a little bit cautious in that respect, and maybe sat back on one or two parts of the pitch, maybe particularly on our left-hand side. But there was no reason for us to do that at all. It's something that he's got to maybe.
What do you think on this? Like, obviously we're hitting subjects here. Do you keep putting your comments as well? Do you think, comment back to West Egg and tell him, do you think it is Tarkowski's fault for letting them sit back? Do you think that as the captain, as the centre-back, I've seen a few comments saying Tarkowski's been slacking a little bit since Cody's left. Do you think it's Tarkowski's job? By the way, I thought Tarkowski was quite good, but do you think it's his job to push him out? Do you think he's got to be more strict? And he is the captain now. Do you think he's got to be like, get out and be a bit more hardcore? I want to see that Tarkowski that runs up to players wanting to headbutt them in defence to our players, saying, get out, because there was a lot of times that our back line was way too deep. And it kind of puts you in trouble, doesn't it? Do you think Tarkowski, Paul, should take more control?
It depends on what the game plan is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know.
You're gonna have a space between your defensive line and your midfield line. You know, it's a case of seeing whether that space between those two lines is getting larger. Now, if it is, there's one or two things that happens. Either your midfield drops back or your defense comes forward, and it's which one of those does Dyche want to do when we are 1-0, 1-1, or otherwise? Because I'd say second half we were a far higher line, weren't we?
Yeah, let's chuck this in then. What do you, in the comments, comment now, what was you thinking at half time? I always say this to Paul, like, we've gone in 2-1 at half time. Did you believe that we could come back, or did you think we was in trouble? I tweeted at half time saying, we can do better, we can come back. And someone says, have you lost your marbles? And I was like, piss off. You know what I mean? I was like, go away. Because I generally did believe it was a better team and we could come back. So what do you drop your comments now? There you go. Paul's on the ball. At half time, what was your thoughts? I'm just interested in whether people believe that Everton could come back at half time, or whether people thought we was in trouble and we wasn't going to come back. Drop the comments on Paul. Let's see what they thought. There's a few on tonight.
I thought same as Paul Caswell as well. I didn't, looking back, I didn't feel as though we were doomed. I thought we were the better side, and we have enough, or had enough, to turn the game completely around and win it 3-2, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought the same as well. Well, I put a bet on us. It was 6-1, and I put us on to come back and win. Yeah, it was 6-1, and I thought Everton are good for this. We'll come back and win. We just didn't take a chances first half and thought we was going to win at 1-0 up without actually earning it. So I did believe we'd come back second half. It was 6-1. I chucked a tenner on it, and then in 55 minutes, which was only 10 minutes in, Danjuma scores it's a cracking run by Patterson, and I think Jamie will be getting excited here because we did the transfer window and Jamie was saying give Patterson a chance. I still don't think Patterson in this game was perfect in defence. He's got, like I say, you're going to watch players go through the process, and I feel like Patterson he got better throughout the game. And this was a cracking cross, wasn't it, Paul, to Danjuma? Perfectly timed run by Danjuma, by the way. I thought he'd be offside because I thought he was ahead of Patterson. But when it showed the actual clip, it was perfectly timed by Danjuma. And this is what I say. He missed a chance and he didn't set better up. But Danjuma just doesn't give up, does he? He's a hungry competitor and he doesn't like losing. And he's taken a lot of weight on his shoulders, I think. And it's a good goal, this, Paul. What did you think on the goal? What did you think on the goal, people in the comments? Get involved.
I thought, it was it McNeil who got fouled first? I think it was McNeil, was it, got fouled? And then Beto was crucial because he carried it on. And I tell you what, it's only a tiny thing, but the pass from Beto to Patterson sounds simple, but Patterson didn't have to have a touch. It was properly weighted. And what drives me mental is some of our passing, in that the weight of the pass slows down our attacks. It's either too slow a pass or it's a pass to their weaker side, and it just slows the whole thing down. But when Beto got the ball, after it bobbled, after McNeil got fouled, he carried it on, and his first time pass to Patterson just was perfectly weighted so Patterson can cross it first time. And Danjuma just a direct run. Nothing fabulous about it, just direct run where he should be, and Patterson just gets it into the right area. It's
good. I feel like we have got players that can bring back the game. Normally,
James Garner.
There you go.
McNeil, sorry. There
you go. Jamie's on it. There's always ones in the comments that know. On the spot, you can get it wrong. I'll let Paul off there. But I was buzzing. And then you've got like freaking Onana, one of my favourite players, doing the Cobra with Danjuma. And I'm thinking 55 minutes. We've got 35 minutes to get a goal now. We've got this game in the bag. We're on top. And we're pushing, and we are pushing, and we just can't get the goal, can we? We brought McNeil on, who I feel was... we brought him on because we didn't have numbers on the bench, which someone mentioned earlier on. What did you think of the bench? We brought him on because of that. But generally, Dyche said he wouldn't normally play him. He wasn't fit enough. And I think that was a lot to expect from McNeil to come on and win that game for you. But we was the better team. I honestly feel like it was... If the game was longer, we would have scored. We was on the verge of scoring. They was defending for their lives. We kept turning the ball over all the time. Garner was turning it over. Onana was turning it over. We started passing it better towards the end to get a goal. It was a lot better towards the end. I really did think we was going to score, but it just wasn't going in for us. And I think we was unlucky. I mean, I could take this ball. I could. I'm frustrated that we didn't do better with the 1-0 lead. I am frustrated with that. But generally, when you look at the goal off the post and it Pickford at the back of the head, I think you just, sometimes in football, you've just got to put your hands up and say, it wasn't our day, we'll take the draw. We did well to bring back 2-1 that shouldn't have been. I feel if they didn't score and it didn't go off the post and hit him on back on the head, then we probably would have gone 2-1 up ourselves. Do you know what I mean? And we would have seen this game out. So
yeah, there were other ones as well. I mean, Pickford. There was a guy at the far post had a chance for them. Pickford saved it right in the midriff. There was a couple other blocks as well. Tarkowski got one right in the side of the head. So they probably had the better chances in the second half, and we should have put it to bed in the first half with our better chances. So it's one of those, especially if you've played in a game like that, you can come off the pitch thinking, yeah, we should have won it, but you're quite happy to take the draw in the end.
Got my little microphone here now. Look, what do you think of that? Can you do a proper pop star?
Hands.
Touching you. No, I do think that's class. That is. I just had a little play of it. Then it got me thinking. But yeah, I do think that Pickford was absolutely fantastic. Let me just get this back right. I think Pickford was absolutely fantastic, and I can't believe, by the way, that I seen someone moan about him bragging that he's made that frigging save. Frigging gone and got us a point.
Oh, that does my head in that.
Stupid that is.
Pickford
is getting too cocky.
The biggest clown for me.
Saved it. Yeah.
He can be the biggest clown for me. To be honest, he's not he doesn't seem like a horrible person. He's not going around slagging anyone off. Do you know what I mean? He's not an idiot in post-match press conferences or anything like that, or interviews. Just let the lad get on and give him a bit of credit for actually keeping us in this league, because he's done it for the past 3 seasons.
I've played football all my life till I was 26, from the age of 7. All goalkeepers, trust me on this, all goalkeepers are nutters. A lot of goalkeepers are nutters. You've got to have a bit of a screw loose to play in goals, I tell you. You've got to have a bit of bravery about you. You've got to have a cocky attitude. And to come what Pickford's come through, because even our fans wasn't sure of him when he first come in. And he used to take a lot of stick because he used to make a lot of mistakes when Pickford first come to us. To come what Jordan Pickford's come through, you've got to have character and you've got to have confidence. Don't knock him for having that character and confidence. He's just pulled off a cracking save. How far does this go, right? Do we start saying that if Beto scores, he shouldn't celebrate? It's cocky. If Danjuma scores, do we take the Cobra from him? Because he's just scored to get us the draw. Should we kick off that Danjuma's done the Cobra because he's scored? It's just stupid. I generally that's just my point on that. It's a world-class save. And when they slow it down, it looks like it's a save that he probably should have made. But I tell you something, it doesn't look like it does when it was slowed down. The speed that come at Pickford to hit the ground, to go up and palm it like he did onto the bar, it's so fast. And I don't think other goalkeepers saved that. I really don't. It's one you see that's that close. It's the back of the net, don't it, Paul?
Yeah. And I love the little reactions after, and a little wink to the fans and stuff.
Yeah,
so, he's a football fan. It's the same. What he does is the same as people celebrating scoring a goal. You're right. So, it's just the same as a celebration, but it's for a goalkeeper. So he has every right, and we love him for it. We love him for it.
Yeah, he saved us again. Then, like I say, the goal the one that hit the post and hit him on the back of the head just wasn't his fault. And generally, he didn't do nothing wrong this game. So I was happy with Pickford. And I was happy he saved himself as well, because I was seeing that a journalist, they only put a big article about the goal coming off Pickford and say he had a mare. Did you see it? Pickford had a mare. The ball hits the post. Yeah, a journalist. One went and they only reported about the one where it hit him on the back of the head and went in and said nothing about his save. And the story was that Pickford's had an awful.
A London-based newspaper where the journalist is an Arsenal fan by any chance?
Probably. They just wanted the frigging likes, didn't they? There's no better goalkeeper at the minute than Pickford.
Did you see the message from Emma there? She just had an interesting point about James Garner playing right back, whereas it might be damaging his confidence.
Yeah, I did see that.
Certainly helpful for us in that position, isn't he? In some ways.
The thing is, though, I said last game I thought Garner Gay was slacking, and I wanted James Garner to come in and take the number 6 position from Garner Gay. James Garner played in that position, and he had a chance to cement the number 6, his natural position. He didn't do it against Doncaster in that position. Garner Gay come on, and he was a lot better in the 6. I feel if he would have nailed the position like Branthwaite has done, he would have got that position and would have been starting in that position, but he didn't. And that's kind of moved him over to the right because Garner Gay has been decent in the number 6. So it moved him over to the right. We was all saying he probably could have played right back, but no, he played right wing. I don't mind James Garner on the right wing as long as he tracks back. He can't be lazy on tracking back. I feel that's what he can fail on sometimes, don't you? He's sometimes the tracking back, but his delivery on the right wing should be 10 out of 10, and he's got better in the box. So it's just something we're doing until Harrison can get back, until McNeil's fully fit, and then he's going to be nowhere near the right wing, is he? I think when the international break, when we come back from it, Paul, I don't think he'll get right wing position. It's just a one-off thing at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he should take it as a massive compliment, to be honest, because he's not asking anyone else to fill in at right back, is he? And it's not because James Garner's poor, so you put him at right back. It's not Sunday League where you put the short, fat one in the full back position, hoping that they don't get run at. You know, James Garner's a quality footballer and a great passer of the ball as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops and if he gets in front of Garner Gay at any point of the season in that number 6 role.
But we've kind of gone through the game. Like I say, my feeling, like I said to you, I would never have wanted a draw, and I said we've got to win and we've got to spank them. But the way the game unfolded, I generally will take the draw and move on. It's away from home, and we just had a bit of bad luck. So I'll take the draw and move on. It's a point on the board. And I generally seen a lot of positives that can move us forward. So I'll take that. What's your feeling on the game? People in the comments tell us what's your feeling on the game, and then we'll just move on to talk about the big topic of Damari Gray today, and then we'll have a little finish. Yeah. But what was your thoughts, everyone, on the game? How do you feel now? Just tell us how you feel as an Evertonian. There's a few on there. Put in the comments how you feel after that game.
Just to also mention that the short of fat fullback comment wasn't anything about Jamie, by the way. Which I thought was brilliant.
Jamie kept saying on the transfer deadline that playing.
Well, bloody hell, you know, the prices that are going, I'm pretty sure we could get a few million quid for Toffee Bluecast. Can we sell Jamie to some Saudi Arabian side?
The question was more about. Here we go. I'm better. The question was more about his confidence playing there. I get what they're saying there, though, because he says I'll play anywhere they want me to, but maybe he hasn't got the confidence in that position. He's just doing what he can. I get what you're saying. It probably is knocking his confidence for the number 6, and we've seen that with Ben Godfrey. He's played that many positions that it seems that we've completely ruined him as a player. So I completely understand where you're coming from there, and you get that, don't you, Paul? You don't want to ruin him as a player by moving him about too much because it can affect what he can be in his natural position.
It can be, but I tell you what, some of the best players have gone through changes in their positions and careers. I mean, one of the most expensive footballer in the world at one time was starting at Southampton, left back, got sold to Spurs, got dropped for 2 years playing left back, then played left wing, then was up front and played in a World Cup with Wales. So, you know, Gareth Bale was a player who wasn't looked very highly on at all. James Garner could be, I'm not saying the most expensive player in the world, but he can certainly be a player who, when you look at his career in 10 years' time, you can go back and say, oh, well, actually, he was filling in at right back for Everton, you know, but then actually he could be one of the most comprehensive centre midfielders that our club's had. I mean, that's hoping anyway.
I agree with you there. I will take anything away from it because I said, didn't I? What did you think after the game? How you feeling now? Basically, so drop your comments. How you feeling now? And we'll quickly talk about it tomorrow, Gray. It. Paul Caswell just said I would take anything away from home. West Egg nervous about the defence. I thought Branthwaite was fantastic, by the way. I thought Branthwaite was unreal. Some of the headers, because that Hammer can put in a wicked ball. He put the ball on the spot where you just don't know how to defend it. And those Branthwaite headers where he dived and cleared it, I thought, wow, Branthwaite, you're amazing. Because the ball was that dangerous. You're just waiting for it to go in the back of your net. And you see Branthwaite do a diving header to clear it. And there was a couple of times where Branthwaite, he just shielded the ball. Like, he let it go back to Pickford. He shielded the ball. There was a one-on-one run with Branthwaite one-on-one, and he completely done the player on strength, turned around. And this is what I really like about Branthwaite as well. When he gets the ball, he's really good at passing with it now. He's come back with a lot of confidence. I tweeted this, and a lot of people agreed with me. He's come back with so much confidence. I feel he passes it better than anyone on the pitch. He doesn't lose it. His confidence to pass it. And don't grill me for this. I'm telling you now, and listen to this and listen carefully. We have a John Stones in Branthwaite.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. I am not joking. I watched John Stones young and I knew he'd be what he was. Branthwaite is no different. If anything, Branthwaite's even bigger. And Branthwaite's got the confidence on the ball. He's got the same sort of passing. He's got the speed. He's got everything. And thank you for that. Who did he go on loan to? PSV, was it?
Yeah.
Thank you to PSV because he's come back twice, the player. It's a perfect loan because he's come back. They obviously passed the ball. I think before he went, he was a bit nervous on the ball. They obviously put passing the ball well into him because Branthwaite's come back. He's good at passing. He's good at tackling. He's good at heading. I see some jokes saying he's cloned. He is the complete player. And he is, isn't he? He's got everything, hasn't he? And generally, I'm seeing it come together now. And it's a happy story because I knew he had this, but he just didn't have it wasn't clicking for him, was it? But now he's ready. And I'm not worried about the defence. I think Branthwaite's bang on. I think Tarkowski needs to step up a little bit. I'm probably worried about my left back and right back, but I'll probably be happy to see Coleman come back. When's Coleman come back, Paul?
So no, actually,
thinking that the other day.
It might be after the international break. To be honest, I think he was certainly with the team yesterday because there's a nice picture of him chatting with Tom Davis, wasn't there?
Yeah, I agree with this one. What do you think of this one? This is nail on. This is what I always say, isn't it, Paul? Sean Dyche might disagree if he puts 1 foot wrong. I don't think he would now. The good thing is that with Sean Dyche, I feel, is that I didn't think he was going to make this move of putting Branthwaite in, but he has. And he's been saying in the press after, he's been saying that Branthwaite's been good. So I don't think he'll pick. The fact that Branthwaite got rested before that in that cup game shows that he was always going to play the main game in the Premier League. So I think we'll see Branthwaite now. Hopefully.
Yeah, can't get away from that. I mean, he's got. I think he's potential to be far better than John Stones, to be honest. He's slightly different defender as well.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want people grilling me for it.
Yeah, well, John Stones was. It did similar things to what Branthwaite has done in sort of tracking a defender and some of the tackling as well, though. But I think Branthwaite at this age has got a far better balance than John Stones had. And at the moment, and it's all, touch wood and stuff, a better decision-making process as well. John Stones was always the one to sort of take chances. He was playing Pep football before he'd even gone to City, to be honest. He was trying to do it with us. And I think Branthwaite seems to be a much more level-headed person, defender, and hopefully that'll work out quite well for us going forward. And he stays. That's the question sort of in the next year, never mind sort of 2, 3, 4, 5 years, whether he's going to get so good that we can't actually keep the bloody player. It'd be nice to keep someone really good for a few years, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, even when he wasn't this good, I mean, when he was still in the making, you've seen links with Man City, then you've seen Man U, then you've seen Liverpool, and you think to yourself like, we've got a player here, and he's finally showing that now, and
Yeah.
I'm excited. Don't sell Branthwaite though; we need him. Don't keep him. We need to keep him. We've done things a bit different on the channel this time because we normally go through and analyze the game with pictures on the screen, but we wanted to get you involved in the comments. And thanks everyone for commenting. Keep commenting as well. We want to make sure we get you involved as much as possible. So we will mix it up. We're going to finish, Paul, with the topic of there you go, Damari Gray. I put a good tweet out today actually about Damari Gray. I might just read it because it got that many likes. It's probably pretty decent.
Is it the Instagram message?
Yeah, it's the message you put on Instagram.
Yeah.
I did put a debate, and you can say what you think in the comments if you don't go on my Twitter. But my debate was: is it one that Dyche is being harsh on Gray, and Dyche has got it in for him and he's pushed him out, or is it number two that Damari Gray's being a bit of a spoiled brat and he's not wanting to work hard and knuckle down and do what Dyche tells him when he's got a bit of an ego? Some people have said it could be both. Some people have said it's one. Some people have said it's two. The Damari Gray situation today has been the Twitter story. I mean, he put it on straight away. A lot of people have said he's a spoiled brat. He gets paid a lot of money. He should just knuckle down. Some people have said Dyche is a shitbag and he's hard to get on with. It could be Dyche. It could be Damari Gray. What do you think on this? I don't know because none of us know the ins and outs. I've seen some stories say that Dyche and Damari Gray had an argument at the end of last season. And then I've also seen a Leicester fan, Paul, come out with that Damari Gray did the exact same thing at Leicester. He come out and he said that with his big ego and said that he's better than what he is and that he's been treated wrong at Leicester when he hadn't. And now he's doing the same thing at Everton. So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts in the comments? Let us know. Damari Gray is the subject.
Yeah. Well, he's passed his medical today. So
he's not going, is he?
Well, it says what when was the last time you heard? Well, go on, tell me the latest.
Well, I don't know what the latest is. I just heard Alan Myers say that he passed. He's done the medical, but when have you heard now? Then you might know something different to me.
Well, this was what time are we on now? So this was about tea time.
I just heard that Everton are keeping him no matter what.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope we do, and I hope you can they can get past it. To be honest, the thing is, because the stories are previous, you do wonder how much he's, caused this issue. It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't Dyche at all.
Oh, you on the Damari Gray side?
I'm more on the there's probably more behind it than that we don't know about it kind of side. Do you know what I mean? If Dyche has said that he doesn't want Gray and the club can sell Gray, then that's perfectly, there's nothing wrong with that Dyche has done. However Gray's taken that is up to Gray, Basically what you would do as a player is then you'd initiate a move and you get your agent to do the work for you, don't you? And then you go off to somewhere else that actually wants you. But
here's my little speech.
If what's happened then, if I was just going to say, if what happens then is that if his agent has got clubs coming in for him, but the club have said, "Oh no, we're not selling him to him, selling him to that team," or the fee has to be far more than that team, and they're causing problems for the player to then leave. That's more on the club front, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If they're not accepting deals that may have come in, then it's on the club to sell a player that is not going to be used.
Well, it's got my head in different directions because sometimes I felt like Gray got pushed out because I liked him, and then it's got my head thinking. Yeah. This is the tweet that I put, and it got quite liked. I put, a lot of our players used to have bad egos, and it felt like the egos run the team under Lampard and under everyone else. It felt like we didn't have a manager basically, and it felt like the players turned up as and when they choose, and I just feel like if you let Damari Gray win this, and he is being a shitbag, more players might start to think that they own the team again. I think under Sean Dyche, finally, and we didn't used to see it, by the way. We didn't used to see it. Some will say Sean Dyche is a rubbish manager. I don't think it is. I've had this argument earlier on, right? Because listen to this. That Fulham game, our tactics was good enough to win that Fulham game. It wasn't Sean Dyche's fault that we didn't put the ball in the back of the net. Some of the chances that Mopé missed and other players missed, that was not Dyche's fault. That was the players' fault. Now, Aston Villa, I don't think we played that bad. Didn't have a big problem with Sean Dyche that game. Then you move on to the Fulham, to the Wolves game. We should have won the Wolves game as well. It wasn't on Sean Dyche. We were set up good enough to win that Wolves game. We just didn't take our chances again. I don't think I'm seeing Sean Dyche out, and there's a lot of anti-Sean Dyche at the minute, Paul. But I don't think he's the problem. When I've watched the Everton games, the last couple, Sean Dyche has played who I wanted. He's played Beto straight away. He's come in, played him straight away. Normally you'd delay him, but he hasn't. He's put him straight away. Branthwaite has changed. Keep the Keane thing. He's put Branthwaite in. The Garner situation, he's got to play him on the right wing because Garner Gay played good. I ain't got problems with Sean Dyche. I just think the players it's been the players, not Sean Dyche. They just haven't performed to the best they can. But that's my view on it. I'm seeing a lot of Dyche out, and I just generally think, if you think back to when, before Sean Dyche come in, and I'm not even joking because I do like a little bet, I used to put on Everton to have over 3 corners. We didn't even get the ball up to the other end of the pitch to complete the over 3 corners. We didn't even get 1 corner some games. We couldn't get the ball up. We didn't even have chances under Lampard sometimes. We was awful. We couldn't get the ball up because we tried to pass it and we couldn't. Sean Dyche has come in and he's got these players doing what they can. If you get another manager now coming in, try and get these players past, we can see they'd struggle with it. Sean Dyche does what the players are capable of, and he's more direct. He gets the ball up. He gets us more chances than I've ever known Everton to have. We get a lot of chances. We're just not clinical on them. And I just feel that a lot take for granted what Sean Dyche has added to this Everton team, because I don't think we've been that bad. I generally think we could have won 3 out of the 4 games. And if we would have, we wouldn't be in this. We wouldn't be moaning about Sean Dyche. We'd all be raving he's the best manager in the world. Sometimes you just got to watch the games, watch what happens. And do you agree on this, Paul?
I think Sean Dyche could have come in. We could have won every single game since his appointment. And you would still find an Evertonian who would say, oh, but it'll go wrong because he'll do this and he'll do that. And it's inevitable in the end, just on stats of managers, that eventually there is a change in fortune. And, and then those fans will say, oh, well, I told you so. I said, I didn't want him and all this sort of stuff. And it's all bollocks, because what you should be thinking is what's right for the club at the point where they're actually appointed and at the point where we are right now. The way some fans are talking, like you're saying, is that Dyche should be out because we're not in the European places. We're not going to be. You could have,
and they say he's not the best.
You could have Pep, and we still wouldn't be. We could have any manager, we still wouldn't be in the European places. So you just go with what is best for your club at that moment in time.
It's not Dyche.
Not in your dreams.
I also seen that Dyche on set pieces and stuff like that. I just generally feel players ain't getting goal side. You learned that when you was about 11 to get goal side of a player. They should know to get goal side. It's not Dyche's fault. What do you think of a microphone?
It's good. It's you changing colour.
Yeah, it does. The only bad thing about this microphone is it goes blue, it goes green, and it does go red, which I don't like. And I hate red.
Is that like a mood?
It could be like. Yeah, when I get angry, it goes red. When we lose, when Everton lose, it goes red. What do you think of the Beto song? Have you heard the Beto song? There's loads on, by the way. If you can like this, because I was getting a bit like, I said to Paul before this channel, I was like, Nobody watched the last one. It had like 20 views, and we put a lot of effort into the channel. We do, and we get nothing for it. And I just thought people always don't come on it because they think like, oh, these people get paid for it. Gets nothing, absolutely nothing. And generally, we're on 382 subs, and we just want to get to 1,000 just so we look like a. And all the other channels have got like 5,000 subscribers, so we just want to get to 1,000 to make Toffee Bluecast look respectable. So if you can like it and subscribe, it's appreciated.
We got paid, and Dan used the money to buy a Mood microphone.
I wish. I brought this. My missus goes, "Why are you buying stuff for a channel?" You know what I mean? But I do like it.
Red,
I do like
it. Dan's angry. It's gone red. Oh no, he's okay now. He's okay now.
There you go. There you go. It's good singer. What do you think of the Beto song, people? I mean, there's a guy on Twitter, just in case you don't know, I'm keeping you up to date with all the latest Everton news. There is a guy on Twitter. Oh, I love Branthwaite. I love Beto. This international break, I'm happy, you know. I am happy because we've got a striker. We've got Beto.
I got to say, actually, that was the Who song was the first thing I thought of. But I couldn't think beyond...
What, the one that Rooney's made? The song that actually Rooney's made?
I don't know. I don't, because I've kind of heard bits of a few, so I'd have to.
No, you wouldn't get copyright because this is Rooney's song and it's not actually in the charts or anything, so they can't copyright this. It's a cracker. Ryan Rooney. Make the toffee sing. Beto, Beto. Oh, it's good. Ryan Rooney, by the way. Bad. Add him on Twitter, Ryan Rooney. He's a classic. He sings at all the Bullens and stuff like that. He's class. Obviously, that's just giving him a shout out there. What a fantastic song. Beto, Beto is our king. Yeah, he's good. He's made a good one there. I made a few, but it's nothing like Ryan's songs. It's cracking. But like I say, that's not on the charts or anything. So hopefully they won't do the stream copyright there because just giving a Ryan a shout out. But yeah, I love that Beto song.
Gladys Street have got to get that going then, haven't they?
But there's a Dan Juma one as well that someone else has come out of. Did you see that one in the car?
No, I didn't know.
The guy sings it not as good as Ryan Rooney, but there's someone that sings a Dan Juma song, and that's going mental at the minute as well. Don't think I could find that one, by the way. I'll have a quick look before we end this.
We might need...
How are you feeling now with this international break? How long have we got holiday now, people? Are you all happy that Everton have got no games? Stink Pooter's got a song
international breaks, to be honest. Yeah, that was the first sort of phrase I thought of, but no one. I haven't heard anyone make it into one yet.
No, I haven't got the other song. I was just looking for it. There's a guy in a taxi with some other guys, and he like I say, it's a bit of a crazy one. I'm trying to find it now. I love Dan Juma, though. I do. I really do like him. He's a Richarlison, isn't he? I don't think you'll ever beat the Richarlison song, though. I don't think that's generally a song that I don't think you can beat. It just felt good, didn't it? Like Evertonians really pelted that out in the stadium. Beto song.
So how did it? You know what? You sort of think about it. How did it come to be? I mean, tattooed on his bloody neck. Do you know what I mean? It's how'd you get a song to that point?
It was the best song ever. It just felt so good when you sang it.
Imagination.
It's a song that I'll always miss, the Richarlison song. I don't think we'll beat it. He loves it as well. I don't think the Spurs fans... No, nothing wrong with the Spurs fans, by the way. You're doing really well. Son scored a hat-trick. But I don't think the Spurs fans sing the Richarlison song like the Everton fans do. Do you know what I mean?
No.
They can't sing it the same. Richarlison knows that. That's why he misses us.
God, I can't remember. What was Fellaini's? Do you remember Fellaini's
song? I don't know. Go on, sing it to me.
I
Come on,
don't know.
Paul, sing it.
I'm trying to remember.
Can anybody write in what
I
the
think I had
Fellaini
Emma
song
on.
was? Fellaini's was the best. What was
Hope
Fellaini's
Emma's
song?
got a nice. Oh, I hope Emma's got a good singing voice.
I ain't heard your voice, Paul. Sing a song. What was your favourite song that you like singing for a player, Paul?
Oh, for a player, God, I don't know. Actually, I was never much of a singer, until Erin was born. Actually, and then it was the Martinez first year for Martinez. So it was.
This is what.
It was Lukaku and Martinez's song. And
this is the Dan Juma song, by the way, that people are getting going. It's not on the charts or anything, so it shouldn't be copyright. It's just a guy singing it in the back. Shout out to him. It's quality, mate.
it might just be me, Dan, but I can't hear it.
No, you can hear it. Gutting.
You're gonna
I'll have to tell people about that one.
To sing it instead.
Dan Juma is a crazy one. I like mine and James. Right, you're gonna have to do everybody.
You're gonna have to do a few shorts. You're gonna have to do a few shorts for us in a week.
Yeah, definitely. I can't do them. So, some songs just catch them. Right, people. What I want to say is, thanks for loads coming on tonight. Make sure you like it. However many is on, I want to see that many like it at the end, just to help us on the channel, because we do it for you. We just want you lot to get together on the channel. It's not about us; it's about you. So please like it. Please subscribe, and then we can get it about more. Mauro Fellaini had to have his baby.
Fellaini had to have his baby.
That's a good song. I mean,
maybe
afro.
that's the job. Dan, maybe that's the job for international break, is trying to do a few of these songs.
We'll have a little song competition on the channel. If anybody, listen, Jamie was a subscriber. He comes on the channel now. We let him have a guest appearance. Rob.
He won't leave us alone. He won't leave us alone.
Won't leave you alone because he loves you. Rob comes on. Rob comes on the channel. He's had a guest appearance. Like, you don't even have to have a guest appearance live if you don't want to show your face, but we want Evertonians to come together on this channel. That's what we do it for. And I want to get more on. I want to get Evertonians from America, because I know Astro, and I know there's loads of amazing ones from USA. I want to get them from Australia. There's loads of Australia. I want to get Evertons all over, and I want to just get frigging home ball ones on as well. I just want to get Evertonians on from absolutely everywhere, and just let this Toffee Bluecast be a get together of Evertonians. That's what I want to do. So yeah, let's all like it, subscribe, and let's try and share it as well. Share it. I share it. You share it. Everyone share it. And let's get this channel going, because I said to Paul before at the start, I said, bloody hell, that last one had 40 views. I thought, that's rubbish, that is. So it just makes you question it with all the effort we put in. So please like it. Please like it. Please share it.
Do you remember when we did the Stoke watch along in pre-season?
Yeah.
I know.
Well, that had like 1,000 people on randomly. I suppose it's just timing.
Oh dear.
I suppose it's just timing. But generally, we would like to have a lot of Everton people in the comments to make us feel like we're bringing you together. That's the aim of the channel when we started it up. Bring Evertonians together. And if there's no one on, then it's not that good. Yeah, I've just seen that. I haven't come off yet to see there's only 4 likes. It's 18 on. 18. Can you like it now? Can you like it, please? Please, just like it. I know the microphone's red, but just like it.
Jamie wants a promotion, by the way.
Right, we're not going off until there's 18 likes, right? And if there can be 18 likes, right? It's blue now, yes. If there can be 18 likes on now, there's 18 people on. If there can be 18 likes, well, let's just say 15. 15 likes. If there's 15 likes now, Paul will sing a song, and a song that Jamie picks. I don't know what song Jamie will pick, but
we'll get taken off air.
No, come on, please. Come on. Right. Just when it hits 15, can you see how many likes it's got, Paul?
Yeah, 15.
Is it on 15?
No, I don't know. I can't.
I'm having a look now. If this gets 15 likes on the stream now, Jamie will pick Paul song. I love Fellini.
Jamie's basically salivating at this point. I can almost see it.
I love Fellini.
Oh dear.
That's a good song. That's a good Fellini song. Celine Dion, My Heart Will Always Go On. Do you think you can land that one, Paul? Let's have a look. How many? We've got 17 watching. My Heart Will Always Go On. Do you think you can land that one? Oh, yeah. Me live. DJ live, mate. What? There's 18 likes.
80?
There's 18 likes, I think. Yeah. I've just clicked on it now, and it looks like there's 18 likes. Or it might be 18 on. No, there's 18 likes. I'm liking it as well to make it 19. So that's 19 likes now. So Celine Dion, Paul, you ready? We'll end it with Paul. Celine Dion, My Heart Will Always Go On. Hopefully it's not really good, because otherwise we'll get done for copyright. But if it's not that good, we won't know what song it is.
Oh, God. Hang on.
19 likes. There you go. Woo! Toffee Bluecast on fire. Right, go on. I'll do your little background thing with this new microphone.
Hang on.
Oh, wait, let me just get...
I need the lyrics. I need the lyrics.
You get the lyrics. Celine Dion, James picked My Heart Will Always Go On.
I'm not doing the whole bloody song.
No, not the whole song. Right. Celine Dion by Paul, My Heart Will Always Go On. Sorry, Paul, I set you up here. No, I'm just literally doing you a bit of beatbox in the background.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Right, here we go. Might join in with you to get good. Jamie. Hold on, wait. This goes out to you, Jamie.
Oh, God. All right.
She's got a good voice as well. She has. My Heart Will Always Go On.
You gave me like the hardest singer in
He's
the
gone
world.
pure. Jamie's gone proper deep here. Like he's probably had this song.
Give me Whitney Houston.
he clearly plays this song when he watches you on the channel. Right, you ready?
Yes. He's going to tape this now. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. This is how I know you. Go on.
Go on, Paul. Go for it.
Far across the distance and spaces between us.
There you go.
You've come to show you. Go on.
Oh my days! That is Toffee Bluecast at its best. Jamie's I want to see Jamie. That's going to make it positive. Thanks everyone for liking it. By the way, this is how I want the channel to be now. So we might look at different things to do on it. But I generally want loads on. I want loads of likes. I want it to be Everton fans get together. It's not about me and Paul. We just try and put together something for you Everton fans to come together. There's been loads on. Thanks for commenting. And we'll get some more songs. We'll have a laugh. And if you've got any ideas for the channel, anything you want to do, let me and Paul know, because I didn't think he'd actually do that, but he did.
We just lost 5 viewers then because of that. Only 15.
They've recorded it. They've had to go off to record it. They've had to go off to record it. They loved it. They did. There you go.
I'm so sorry.
Right. What are we doing? What are we doing during international break? I tell you what we're doing. Exactly what you said.
I'll tell you that.
No. We're doing exactly what you said. We're going to have a break. I think we might do one quiz.
We'll get a quiz.
If you start liking the channel, then we'll do a quiz. But it takes me and Paul all day to set up a quiz, and if it doesn't get much reaction or many Evertonians on, it makes us feel like we've wasted a time, because it does take us like literally about 3-4 hours to put a quiz together.
Thanks.
So.
Thanks, Emma. That took me 17 hours to do that.
That was a good one. There you go then. There you go. So we will do something else then. That's what we want, feedback like that. It makes us think that we've done well on the quizzes. So we'll do something for you now. If you keep coming on and participating on these quizzes, then we'll do them, because we do them for you. And if there's not many on, it makes us think we wasted a time, doesn't it, Paul? But yeah. We're going to end this now. It's been a good one, longer than what I thought, but generally I've actually enjoyed this. It's been a good interaction with you lot in the comments. Thanks everyone for coming on. Thanks for liking this, and hopefully we can get Toffee Bluecast bringing more toffees together. That's our aim. Paul, last word. That was cracking singing. That is, me. I've got to listen to that back now later. That was amazing.
Yeah, no, enjoy international break as much as you can enjoy international break. And look out, we'll do something. We'll see you all soon.
Have a boss one. Have a rest. We're going to smash the league when we get back. Up the fucking toffees, everyone. Love you all.